My name is George Fina. I went to work in 1962, and I think 1984 is when I retired from fire department. I went from starting out to captain before they had majors. Drove 3 different chiefs. Rode Squad 5 for a number of years. Spent majority of my time at Five's fire station. Most of my friends are the guys that I worked with, the ones that hadn't died, but they're still my friends. I've gone to baptisms, I've gone to graduations, I've gone to marriages and funerals, and it's probably the greatest job. And if it wasn't, I wouldn't still be doing the things I do. I enjoy this. I enjoy going to the Capitol. I enjoy being head of the retirees, and it's not hard to do. Everybody kind of pats you on the back, so you're doing a great job. Don't forget, I'm taking care of myself at the same time. So, it's been the most rewarding thing I've ever done in my life. Well, when I worked for about 3 years, and during that time I was going to college, and I was doing well. I had good grades, and I thought, I think I probably ought to just go ahead and get my education and go a different way. So I left the fire department, and I was gone about maybe 2 months, and there was a fire downtown. It was a jewelry store on Main Street, and it was a pretty big fire. So somewhere or another I'd gotten down there, and I was standing there, and the chief of the department was there, and he used to be my district chief, Chief Dancy. And so we talked a minute, and he said, "You want to go in?" And I said, "Yeah, I really do." He said, "There's a coat and a helmet in the back of my car." He said, "Be careful." And so I did. I just went in and joined in with everybody else, and that evening he called me, and it was more the middle of the week. He called me and he said, "Do you want to come back to work?" And I said, "I think I do." So that Friday morning I went down. They had me go take a physical, and took the physical, and Sunday morning I reported at Five's fire station again, went back where I stayed. So, and I've been here ever since. So first of all, when I came to work, we bought our own equipment. Okay, we had to buy our equipment. It was $10 a month for a year. That's what you had to pay. And I went into the old number 1's fire station, and they sent me to Five's fire station. So I walked into the station, and there was only, that year, I think there was only 3 or 4 guys that were hired on the fire department. So I walked in the station. They said, "All right, take your gear and put it in the middle of the floor in the rig room." So I put my gear down. They said, "Now whatever goes, you go with it." Now mind you, I had no schooling or nothing else. And the first really big fire I made was a 3rd alarm fire, and the squad went in the middle of the night. So I went to, I got on the squad, and we got there. It was on Agnew, and it was a nightclub that had been a movie theater. So anyway, the captain said, "This is too big of a fire." He said, "I don't have time to deal with you," because I had no experience whatsoever. And he said, "Stand here by the rig." And he said, "We'll come get you later." So I'm standing there, and the chief come walking by. He said, "What are you doing, son?" I said, "Well, the captain told me to stay here." He said, "I'm telling you, get an axe and go in there." So I went in. It was black. I was choking, no mask, and the floor gave way, and I fell about 1.5 feet and screamed like a little girl, hoping that nobody heard me, and that was my first big experience. But we wore khaki pants, had aluminum helmets like the oil people did. The safety part of it has gone up so high. There were so many things that happened, but safety's probably the biggest thing. Here we got one going.
So there you go. Just like the old days, right?
Yeah, pretty close. One thing I noticed, they didn't turn the sirens on until they got out. That's why I'm wearing hearing aids today. But yeah, it's pretty same thing. Slide the pole and get after it. But people don't realize how quick you're gone too. You know, within 15 minutes or 15 seconds you're on the road and away you go. But yeah, I wish I could have went with them.